Hey guys, Protagonist24 here, and welcome to the Hunt 2025 in Borderlands 2. I just gotta quickly run through and make sure all of the things are working correctly with the stream. So let me quickly just throw down the different commands in the chat. So if anyone joins, those will be there.
Charity. Hunt. Points.
What is going on here? I don't know why it hasn't shown up on the... There they are.
URL.
Might well took its
URL.
sweet time.
URL.
Copy. Thumbnail on here. Okay, throw it into a playlist. Visibility and everything is good. Let me get no automatic chapters can do its thing for now. Let's change my tags. Throw in okay, that should be good for now. That one in there too, actually. Recording date, all this stuff. Game title. Alright, everything should be good. Let me save this. And then I just have to grab the other two links real quick and throw them in the description here. So we'll grab this. Copy that. Over here. enter, paste that there. There. Save that. One moment. My apologies, I had to get my cat to stop scratching on the wall. Okay, and then finally, this copy, edit, and throw this in here as well, and save. Alright, everything should be up and running and good to go. So yeah, let's just go here. Okay, we should be good to go. Let me get my phone to my spreadsheet so that I can update that when we get drops. Alright, we should be on the road here. Let me start the game.
So, you want to hear another story, huh? One where the
Open
very
my
fate of
spreadsheet.
Pandora hangs in the balance. If not, too bad, I'm telling you anyway. First, there was the vault. An alien prison. Always been
Plain Salvador. Let's go ahead and grab. Let's grab this skin, I guess. And alright, everything's good to go. I'm gonna turn this off. Grab a hold of my good controller. Cut out my. Okay, can my controller stay on? I hate this controller, man. It's the one I can actually use to aim and stuff properly, but it likes to cut out on its own. Can you turn on and stay on? Holy crap, controller. On, off, on, off, on, off. Alright, let's hop into this. Currently at 0 points, the Hunt 2025. Anyone who's watching this in the future, there should be in the description links to the charity, as well as the link to the Hunt rules and all, like just the general website, as well as a link to my personal spreadsheet and my progress in the hunt. So if you want to keep your eye on the spreadsheet as I progress, to keep an eye on my points, that's totally up to you. I don't have any overlay to show you my points, so that's the best I can do for right now. So either type exclamation point in the chat to bring up the link to my spreadsheet, or just look in the description of this live, as well as there are other links as well to the hunt and to the St. Jude donation thing. Alright, first things first, we gotta turn off our badass rank, as is mandatory by the rules. I also will have to keep my eye on the rules as I play. Because as far as I can tell, there's a bit more allowed this year than in other years in terms of like what's considered glitches and stuff. So it appears that the double shotting glitch is legal this year, which I am happy to see. Okay, just making sure my microphone was on. Yeah, shame if it wasn't.
I'll explain everything
Just
soon.
quickly change. My HUD's good. I've been having a fairly alright day. I've spent most of my day setting up for the hunt. Apparently my connection is lost for PlayStation, which doesn't make sense considering I am live. Let me just view the live stream and make sure it's actually still live. Yeah, it is. So I don't know what it's on about with connection lost. Connection's fine as far as I can tell. Let's make our way in here. Wait till Popshot starts talking and then do the dialogue skip. So, since we're not a DLC character, we can use our echo recorder. And it'll skip Popshot's dialogue because the echo has higher priority in the code. Okay. Turn that in. And yeah, since we're playing Salvador, there's going to be quite a few glitches that Salvador can access we won't be allowed to use, such as Flacker launcher glitch, Pimper now launcher glitch, etc., etc. Multi-shotting, double-shotting, drop reloading, everything like that is allowed. Although drop reloading on console looks like that. Any ups in the rules, be sure to point that out, and I can like just go read the rules, so I should be clear on what is and isn't allowed. I don't believe there should be anything about going to DigiPeak and claiming early level 3, so let's head on over there and do that. I'm just going to bring up a copy of the rules here, just to read through again while I do this mindless early game stuff.
Welcome to the gauntlet. Please follow the smell of vomit and tears so we may talk face to face.
And,
As the vomit was mine, I recommend facing away from.
So yeah, this year you're not allowed to go backwards any playthroughs. I know in the past you've been able to go from like, you're allowed to play in normal mode if you're in True Ball Hunter mode, you're allowed to play before we even launched TVHM for the first time. So let's grab this. We'll probably grab a couple early levels over here if that's allowed. I need to make sure in the rules real quick. So this is all whatever. Character creation, we're a new level 1 character, badass ranks disabled. Gameplay restrictions. We have to stream everything, which we are currently doing. If my internet cuts out and my stream does stop, I have no control over that. I'm going to be periodically checking to make sure I'm still live. That's the best I can do on that front, so my apologies if the stream does just randomly end or black screen or something and I don't catch it right away. That's not by purpose. So you can do read-only farming, which in my case is cross-saving to go backwards in time by overwriting the current save file. But you're only allowed to do that to farm for mission item farming only. So like one-time boss spawns, I'm guessing you can't use this method on. So yeah, once we're in True Ball Hunter mode, you may not return to normal mode, blah blah blah. OP levels are not necessary according to this. The Golden Chest and Moonshot are prohibited. Transferring items from other characters to the stash are prohibited. If the community hits the goal, which I believe it now has, then all level 80 and OP level raid bosses can be killed using previously banned glitches, apparently. So these exploits are allowed during the hunt. Rocket jumping, grenade jumping, double-shotting, multi-shotting, drop and swap reloads, permanent spore cloud damage, overlapping dialogue, intentional out-of-bounds excluding the Digistruct Peak shortcuts or skips. And we are allowed to elevator and gate crush Gee and Pete's, as well as killing the test dummy and sanctuary. Those are the allowed glitches. So I typically use double shotting and rocket jumping and grenade jumping in my playthroughs, but other than that, none of this should pay much attention to us, other than we might gate crush Gee later on, and depending on if we can save some time with some out of bounds that are allowed on farms or something, that we may do that. But other than that, we shouldn't have any issues that we should be running into with the regulations and restrictions here. World drops and all this, once we get something I'll consult this again, but world drops are allowed from all content and can be claimed for points, with exception from Fight for Sanctuary DLC. Loot midget drops are not allowed for points, minus the world drop only items and pearls. The vendor items you get are all countable, but you must buy the item, and items from any loot source can be counted, including Lilith DLC if they're the legendary Fire Bee, Nasty Surprise, and Bouncing Bonnie, or the legendary Comms or Pearlescence. So there's the rules. Everything should be laid out there on stream now for everyone who doesn't want to go read the rules. And let's get on the road. We got another... I started pretty late today, so we're going to have roughly 8 days, I believe, depending... So the 4th till the 13th, I believe, are the dates of the hunt. So we should have like 8 days to get this stuff done. So I am going to try my best. I haven't actually taken part in an official hunt before. I've done the hunt on my own in like non-official settings. So I kind of have an idea of what we're doing here, but other than that, yeah, it's my first time officially doing the hunt, so let's get right to it and get some points. And once again, just gotta mention, if anyone wants to donate to the charity, !charity in the chat, as well as there is a link in the description of this live stream. So, yeah, let's make our way over here. Unfortunately, I have a spitter on the first run here. I didn't health gate myself anyway, so it didn't really matter. So I just died. Yeah, that was a possible run, but I don't have any grenades, so taking out that spitter wasn't going to be easy. See if we can actually grab some grenades before heading over next time. That way we can deal with spitters if there is any. I'm not seeing anything here. Not seeing anything here. Periodically refresh my YouTube page, make sure the stream is still live, because I have an extreme paranoia of it just ending the stream on me now after the last couple times I've tried streaming. Hopefully it just holds out good for me today, unlike in the past.
You'll be ready for a new Pandora, a Pandora of overpowered
Okay,
enemies,
we don't have any grenades. Hopefully one of these three should have some grenades.
It's been an eventful year. Anyway,
2 grenades, okay. Not too bad. Let's take off the skyrocket so that we can do knockback. And let's try this again. Pull this SMG because it takes up less of the screen. Just a thing I personally do. I usually like hold like a pistol or something so it takes up less of the screen.
You must aim low when fighting skags. This will ready you for your inevitable battles against the cyborg orphan
we have a
army.
spitter again. Luck is not on our side so far today. But when it comes to farming, the story is a little bit different. Yeah, this is going to be a bit rough. Is that spitter even following? It is. Okay. So let's drop down here. Just gone off to the right side there now. Inch my way forward. Hopefully he makes his way out to our left. Right back up. Yeah, there it is. He unfortunately did move from the location I threw the grenade, but it didn't throw. Well, unfortunate. Tiny bit rusty. It's been about a month since I've done this, or a month and a half, so have to cut me some slack here. Just getting unlucky with spitters too, unfortunately. I'd like to get like just a few early levels here. It shaves down on the time we need to farm in base game, as well as giving us the higher level items for each map as we access them. I want to be at least 5 or 7 before going into Southern Shelf, that way we can get like level 5 gear. And if we're like level 7, then we should be able to use Boom Boom, because we gotta get his item, of course, to get to level 9, because I believe 9 is where you want to be entering 3 horns for max level loot. I remember getting a level 10 Herald when I was younger, but I'm assuming that's just I got it 1 level over the level. So you can get an item that drops higher level too, so that would be like extra hard to try and farm for a level 10 matching grip Deepa, as opposed to a 9, I believe. I do believe the chances should be lower on an over-leveled gear piece. Is that an extra rabbit? Oh my god, nice. Here we go, this is what I'm talking about. I don't have to worry too hard about health gating, because he's going to be right on my ass ready to do that. Ka-chow. Let's get away from him without getting downed, and we're good. So yeah, the reason you gotta get yourself to low health is so you don't take knockback damage. Otherwise you'll get flung off the cliff when they jump at you. Mr. Rabbit, where are you going, bro? Hello? Run over here and jump at me normally, please. And boom, first level up, level 5. First skill point, Gunzerk unlocked. Now, if we get lucky, we can get another rabbit if we don't get any spitter spawns. And adults, nice. Guaranteed. Even if it was a spitter, I would have still tried to use the grenade method to knock it off, but nice. Bonus rabbit, and we'll get the guaranteed rabbit as well. Let's make sure we take some knockback here. Or damage, rather, so that we don't take knockback. Okay, and it should be rabbit time. Is he on the left down here? No, he'll be... Oh, there he is. Hyperion's a little bit wavy to aim, but there he is. Let me go out over this way a little bit. That way he comes at me from the right angle, ideally. Okay, sweet. Almost level 7. First thing we'll grab is... Grab a bit of Inconceivable just for free shots. We don't have a shield yet, so we'll have some health missing most of the time, giving us some free shot chance. Let me refresh and make sure the stream is still running. It looks like it is. Good. Really don't want to end up streaming for like 20 minutes and be like, oh, it wasn't streaming. My PlayStation doesn't tell me that the stream's ended, only the YouTube does, so I don't know why I opened my save list there, but whatever. Wasted a few seconds. Got quite a few save files, so it takes a little bit to open the save list. I've also noticed the amount of saves you have tends to affect the speed of cross-save loading as well, which is weird. But
if you succeed, you'll be ready for a new Pandora. A Pandora of overpowered enemies, better loot, and an abundance of nacho cheese. It's been an eventful year. Anyway, off with you.
spawns adults and adult. Nice. Another W run. 4 adult skags. Take some damage here. And perfect. Let's get the other 2 aggro. Unfortunate that all 4 don't just like stay aggroed on you at once, so it'd make this a little bit faster, but the other 2 always run off. Well, 2 attack you. Almost a level up off just the normal guys, but we should have the rabbit here. Left side again. Nice and easy. Make sure we bring him out to this side a little bit. There we go. Level 7 and like 2/3, 3/4, however far that is. Alright, let's make our way back to base game now that we're almost level 8. Our boom boom farming for the bonus package should bring us to level 9. Unless we get extremely lucky with it. But even then we'll still farm a couple times. So yeah, let's go get our first set of points in the Hornet, the bonus package, the Curb Blaster, and, well, the Tinderbox, I guess. I don't think I'm going to farm for Thunderball Fists in normal mode, unless we do it at Wham Bam, because it's a pretty long run to Flint without rocket jumping or anything like that, so let's get on it. Refresh, still says we're live, good. Let's get our main quest activated.
Even though Knuckle Dragger blindsided me, I know my way around this glacier. I bet you will find my eye in Frostbite Savant.
So, little for anyone who follows the channel and isn't just watching for the hunt, I've had a few things in the works for the last like month and a half, like a few different series I've been working on. So I'm sorry about the lack of uploads recently and stuff. And I would have been streaming if my internet hadn't been so horrible for like the last month. It's completely unusable most days. Honestly surprised I've been able to pull off a stream as far as I have without some sort of issue. But yeah, we've got quite a bit in the works, so stay patient, and I will be bringing out more Mecha Reborn as well as some other stuff I have on the back burner that I've been recording and not so much editing, but recording quite a bit. So yeah, that's a channel update for you.
You'll need that funny little robot's help to reach Sanctuary, the last bastion of the resistance against Jack, and the only place you'll be truly safe.
So our Skyrocket back on, we can sell that for 2,200, it's level 30 skin. Even though it doesn't have a level, it's in the code as level 30. You can make this jump if you time it just right and like hold to the right a little bit, for anyone who doesn't know. It doesn't really accomplish much typically, but you can do it. Like, just sniping like this just isn't possible in Borderlands 3. It's just like the engine is so much harder for sniping, I don't know why. I just much prefer sniping in this game. I don't know.
Hey kiddo, Jack here, president of Hyperion.
It's like one of my biggest things I didn't like about 3 was just the sniping felt horrible. Either the snipers were just completely underwhelming, or the being able to use them was extremely difficult.
You're still alive. So if you could just do me a favor and off yourself, that'd be great. Thanks, Pumpkin.
Just a skill issue, but no, I'm definitely not a Borderlands 3 hater. The game's fine. Just I don't have the same type of love for it as I do with this game. Mainly the loading times, honestly. If I had like good loading times to that game, it'd be a lot easier to get me to play it, but I gotta wait 50 seconds plus between the main menu and just loading in. It's pretty rough in a game where you save and quit it after killing a single enemy to see if they drop what you want. Does not look like I've got a Hornet drop here on run 1, unfortunately. Take a little bit closer of a look around here, but typically avoid killing him while he's up on top of there because his loot kind of scatters a bit, but looks like we just got a filled revolver, which I'll probably pick up, because I don't think we have any pistol right now. Just so we have some ammo diversity. Probably come up during this farming. We'll probably run out of sniper ammo if we aren't lucky with the drop. My phone's turned itself off. Let me bring up the spreadsheet and find the Hornet on it while I'm waiting for this dialogue. Alright, so right at the top. Okay, so they've ordered the spreadsheet not in order of like uniques, legendaries and stuff this year, but it appears they've ordered it in order that you should be able to get the items as you progress through the game, perhaps. So it starts out with Hornet and Kerblaster and Bonus Package and Tinderbox, Thunderbolt Fist, Fastball, Herald, Infinity. Just like all the early game stuff is right at the top here.
Let me get that for you. Executing phase shift.
So yeah, don't have to do much looking to find Hornet. Let's go ahead
You're
and
welcome. Perks of being an
enter the
artificial
text box where I'll be putting the confirmation
it's a long
that I
way to
received the
Central.
item, which should update the sheet for you guys when you view it as well. But I wouldn't worry about it at the moment. I haven't got the drop yet. Well, matching grip coach gun. That's a TDR grip coach gun. Not quite what I was looking for. Not bad for the reload, but the damage is not good, and non-matching grip means it's going to be a one-shot reload, so probably not going to be using that thing too much. Alright, let's head through here to set our spawn point for the Knuckle-Jagger farm.
Keep your wits about you, minion. This glacier's run by a...
Won't spam that too much, because it's probably annoying if I do. Reset, make sure we're still streaming yet again. Still says live. To our first Gunzerk of the series. Yeah, I typically don't like putting up there because then his loot sprays everywhere anyway. So just jump down. There we go. And there it is. That easy. We already got it. Boom. Flat off grip, floated or twin prefix. And level 1. Decent. Let's get a screenshot of that. I don't have any software set up to clip this and actually take it to the website, so I'll figure that out after the stream. All these clips will be part of the stream, and I can figure it out later. And then I'll go ahead and do that so my score actually updates on the leaderboard and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and throw this into the spreadsheet worth 6 points. The Hornet from Knuckle Dragger. Let's go ahead and put in the symbol, and then I'm going to type the number 1 beside it to indicate that that was the first item that I dropped. So that's how my spreadsheet's going to look. The number beside the items in the box with the... it's an asterisk, I believe that's what that symbol is. You need to use the asterisk in that box to confirm getting the item, and then the number I'm placing is the order in which I got the items. So the Hornet will have a 1 because it was the first item I got.
Over here!
And so on and so forth with the rest of the items as I get them. So, for anyone wondering how the spreadsheet's organized, that there is how I am organizing it.
Attention, people of Pandora.
So we are at a total of 6 points. Let me once again make sure to remind everybody watching, there is a link in the chat if you type !charity, or in the pinned, or not pinned comment, the description rather, to the charity that this event supports, St. Jude Research Children's Hospital. So if you do want to support that, the links are there. I think we'll just throw this Hornet on for now. I doubt the fire pistol is going to be better than it just because it consumes more ammo and the fire rate. Exception either, because until we get versus level 5 enemies post Liarsburg, we shouldn't have much issue with these guys at all.
$1 million bucks! Alright, boys, this is Captain Flint. I want you to find that Vault Hunter and...
The sniper is good, but what if I just do double pistol, actually?
Bring them to me now! Get off my blade!
Hey, Hammerlock!
Spectacular!
Not particularly doing much because of how weak our enemies are, but we can do a little. Comboing the corrosive and fire damage is going to be good, though. Still have inventory space, and we're coming up on a vending machine, so I'll hold on to these random items to sell, I guess. Not worth much when we have that skin worth a couple of grand, but might as well.
You give up, we'll just shoot you in the head. It'll be quick, clean, and a hell of a lot less painful than what Handsome Jack will must die!
Okay, that's Liarsburg, so we got one more item here. Hyperion pistol. Might come in handy if we're taking out some Iraq or something. Speaking of Iraq, let's get some of them coming in here while we wait for Claptrap.
Yes, I suppose I am in your debt now, aren't I? Come to
Should have
my shack
aggroed
and
it.
I shall restore Claptrap's sight. First, I shall shut off the electrical fence for you. Please stay back, Vault Hunter. Let Claptrap go first.
Tip for anyone using doll weapons and that doesn't like them. I never liked doll when I played this game for the long, but if you unzoom it cancels the fire, so you can actually burst as many shots as you want.
I shall be out directly.
Mostly a trick I started using with doll snipers when I would use a doll sniper, like the pitchfork or something, or the sloth, or whatever other random doll sniper you might pick up in the first couple playthroughs, perhaps.
A
But,
pleasure to meet you, Vault
yeah, if you don't want to burst fire
Hammerlock.
every time, especially like a sniper where you might one shot or something, yeah, just unzoom to cancel the burst, and you can just like unzoom, rezoom, like just, so you're barely even out of the zoom at all. Just cancels the burst fire. Little 5 Monglet over there. Let's go ahead and get his aggro. Looks like he didn't even aggro or something. Whatever. Let's get Claptrap or Hammerlock yapping away here, so we don't have to wait for him while we do anything other than this. And we have a Jacobs shotgun with a terrible reload. Some more just atrocious shotguns. This matching grip animosity is only level 3, otherwise that'd be by far the best item here. It's still definitely taking my eye. It's one of the better items there. Let's keep the assault rifle. It's a different ammo class than we have. This pistol's better than the level 3, 5 one, so we'll go ahead and grab that.
I'm standing right here, dude.
And I'm not going to grab that slapper just yet. I'm thinking I just grab the long rider or this Torg shotgun. I'm going to go with the Torg shotgun just because the splash damage on it should give it more damage early game than that other scatter gun, as well as it has a better magazine.
Spouts drivel about bringing peace to the frontier.
Okay.
Shoots unarmed men, women, and children like it was going out of style.
Probably not worth a ton of XP to take these guys out before the mission, but let's see what one of them produces here. Okay. Hornet's struggling a little bit to take them out. Let's see what that fire pistol feels like in comparison. Gotta remember, this consumes twice as much ammo per shot, but it may take less shots overall to take the enemy down. Level 5 slapper is also not terrible. This is still not doing great. Let's try that slapper we just picked up. I think it feels fairly solid, especially for 1 ammo per shot, but I can put this Hornet on. We'll use it while we can, seeing as it's a level 1 item. Good old Torg rifle. Definitely replace our gearbox rifle. Although these are unique, so I don't know if I should store them in the stash. We're not going to have enough space with all the other items we're going to have to collect, unfortunately. I would like to keep all the copies of my first drops, but I don't think I'm going to have the space across the account to do so. So I think the only way I'm going to be able to do that is by storing them in the stash and then just making a level 1 character to store my items on, essentially. Not as any sort of official item transferring or anything like that, but literally just the outdated items I'll never use again that were my first drop items, just so like at the end of the hunt I can bring all my items I collected together into one place, kind of thing. So we'll see what I would do with that. I haven't decided yet. The idea just came up there, so let's get Hammerlock's missions out of the way so we can get the Kerr Blaster. Hopefully Midgemong isn't too hope he's not too stingy to us today. Okay, go ahead and gun Zerk in here. Pistol ammo is getting used up pretty quick, even though we're getting Zerk regenning it. Level up damage bonus is definitely gonna help here. There's that rifle I dropped earlier. We just gotta level up, so let's go ahead and throw in another point to Inconceivable, try and give us some more ammo. Saving. Sorry, just resetting my. Make sure the stream's running, resetting my page. Melee. Just to reiterate, my badass rank is off. Making sure. I turned it off at the beginning, but just making sure. Okay, Hammerlock, what do you got? Jacob's Grip Rocketeer. Probably not going to be particularly great, but I think we have to do both of these for Midgemong, so this Rocketeer is not going to be great for anything except rocket ammo regen later on, so I think I'll just sell it off. So let's get a Logan's gun for that anyway. Once we get to Wilhelm, and the rest of this is questionable, but we'll keep it for now. Let's make our way down and do shielded favors and bad hair day. Get ourselves a herb blaster. Be light on pistol ammo here, so I'm actually just gonna gunzerk for some regen while we're running. Not typically something I would do, but didn't use that barrel. It didn't hit this guy at all somehow, even though he was right beside it when it was electrocuting. Use the Hornet, I guess. I was trying to save my ammo up a little bit. But... What are you doing under the stairs, buddy?
Of course, I forgot. The safe house power box stopped working after Claptrap attempted to...
This guy just died.
What a killer! Just get a new fuse for the elevator and ignore what he said about that power box.
Guess the guy didn't spawn up there yet. There's only a guy standing up there. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I still thought I had my dead grenade on, not the skyrocket. First fight for your life of the series, I guess. And now that guy's gonna spawn up there when there's no gas tank to take him out, so skyrocket. More capacity, less delay. We'll take that for early game.
Ooh, there's a fuse.
I can't swap back around the items I'm using, because I only have 2 items, so and gunzerk. So yeah, that's just gonna outdo this Hornet now, unfortunately for the Hornet. And this Hyperion's not bad, but because it's a bad grip, I'm gonna pass it up. This Jacob's pistol here. Get these guys out so they don't eliminate my bully one. So it's gonna be a huge issue, so we'll just melee him out.
You collecting bullymong fur? I love that stuff. It's soft, warm, and really good at absorbing
My down button on the D-pad appears to be not working.
Why don't you bring it
Thank
to
you.
me instead of Hammerlock?
Okay, I couldn't have some sort of technical issue like that after I start streaming.
As I fear he would do something
I use this controller on a daily basis without issues, so unlucky timing.
Give you a sniper rifle. I love it.
Wonderful, you've gotten all the fur I need.
There's
Bring
all
it
the
to me,
fur.
my sniper rifle shall be yours.
Screw that noise.
Definitely I consider taking this shot. Can I scroll downwards, please? Down button. Frustrate me.
Bring me the fur, and I'll give you a shotgun.
Very essential later on once I have something like the Grognals or the Ruby. It's my, or just even a slag weapon in general. Slagging and healing weapons, I always use my down button. So, not being able to swap to that when I want to is going to be a problem if I want to continue acting up. In which case I'll have to either sit AFK while I fix my controller, or just move to a new stream after fixing the controller type thing. I didn't grab the fuse, did I? And I caught that, and I did. Wouldn't have been much further before I realized anyway, but I don't know how I came all the way over here and didn't grab it.
Brewster's power box, and you'll be able to ride the elevator.
So we're gonna do a little bit of read-only / cross-save farming on Bad Hair Day. Mission reward items are allowed. The only thing I allowed to be farmed through read-only / cross-save. So we are going to do that.
Got the elevator working, have you?
Try and get a decent
Now
torch
simply ascend to
shotgun,
the
I
safe house
assume.
and buy a shield. This used to be
Go
a
for
sizable
sniper,
hub for the
but
resistance until everyone heard the Hyperion
a
army
bit less
approaching and
effective
fled to
in
sanctuary.
gunzerk. That's why I'll probably go for a shotgun. If we had like 3 item slots, a sniper wouldn't be bad, but I won't get that for a small bit yet. This thing's never going to be worth Shit, this thing's not doing anything. Just getting rid of the junk we aren't going to actually use. All this is probably fine. 167. That one's 145, and it's still got a good delay too. We'll go with that for now. I usually go for straight tankiness in early game, but we'll take the middle of the road. Okay. So at this point, we should be able to just save and quit. There's nowhere else to be except the start of the map, so make sure my stream's still running. Looks like it is. Let me actually click into it for the first time in a while here and make sure it's not like a black screen or some shit. Oh, it looks good. Okay. Sweet. Let's go ahead and upload our save. Last save I had on there was my Mechra Reborn. Alright, hello Sir Hammerlock. I do not want your stuff. I want Triangle to turn in for...
You made the right decision, minion.
Meteor Grip Pounder is probably not gonna be what I want. Meteor Grip is like the one grip I don't want, minus, like, I mean, Hyperion's not great either, but yeah, I'd rather have Jacobs, Bandit, Torg, specifically, especially Torg, or Bandit, but Meteor, not gonna cut it. That less damage, less magazine is exactly what I do not want here. So we'll run it back, upload the save, and try again. Don't want to spend too long on this. I'll take a pretty mediocre roll, but I don't want TDR grip, and I would prefer a Hulk if anything. Bandit grip bang stick. Unfortunately, not gonna cut it. I definitely am not taking a one pellet or a one ammo per shot variant here in the bang stick or the stalker. A matching grip pounder I'll probably take, but ideally I just get a non-TDR grip Hulk. Or like any grip but TDR I'll probably take on a Hulk. I don't want to be too picky here, but I don't want a shit roll. I want a gun I can actually just like roll through some enemies with, speed up our farming here. And a level 6 Hulk is exactly what I'll need to do that. Especially with Midgemog. Hulk should be able to rip Midgemog apart. Exact same roll as last run, you can't make this shit up. It might have been a different stock, I didn't pay attention to the stock. That was the worst stock possible though in Jacob's stock, so... rough. It might have been the exact roll as last run though. Minus maybe a prefix or a stock. Bandit grip bang stick. So far the stream hasn't messed up on me, so I'm grateful for that. Last time I tried streaming, it literally went for like a minute and a half before deciding to cut out on me, so... Okay, another TDR grip with a Torg stock. That would have been good if it wasn't TDR grip, man. What's with all the TDR grips on my pounders? Okay. When I go to load in here, I'm gonna go grab a drink of water real quick. I'll be right back. Almost back. 1 second. Alright, I'm here. Reload the page. Stream's still running good. Good to see. Let's get back on the road here. Hey, Hyperion Grip Hulk with a Jacob Stock. Pretty shit, but we'll take it. Good enough. And let's turn in Shielded Favors for the skin and grab Symbiosis. Perfect. Okay, down button function. Thank you. I don't know why my down button's being so stubborn with just literally working. Down. Down. Yeah, disconnect my controller. This controller's so frustrating. Yeah, I think my down button's little rubber piece must be split underneath. Only I can think of why the button wouldn't be working. I'll have to repair that after the stream here. I'm pretty good at taking controllers apart and fixing them, so should be like a 5-minute job if even. Should have some spare little directional pad pieces of rubber laying around from other controllers. Oh yeah, that Hulk is nice. The reload's a bit rough, but so we've got the pistol. Right, sweet. Things didn't work so far. Let's get in there and get our second item. Got our Hornet on second run. Hopefully we can get just as lucky with this Kerblaster. This item's usually pretty rough to get for me. 173 is kind of crazy, but we'll stick with this slight upgrade we just picked up in all areas. And let's make sure we're topped up on everything except grenades, because those cost more. Almost 8.5. Just killing Boom Boom for the bonus package at this point. I'd expect to get us level 9, but we still have to farm this guy, Boom Boom, and then take out Flint and turn in the mission. So, as well as turn in the side mission. So I think we should be easy level 9 by the time we're out of here. If everything goes like as smoothly as it could possibly go from here on out, we should still make it. Without any extra farming. But I doubt it goes that easy, and we'll probably be like level 10 before we make it there, or 11 even, if we're on the unluckier side. Yeah, this Hulk's nice. The reload's a bit rough with the Hyperion grip on there, but the damage definitely isn't lacking for early game. Let's go ahead and hop up on the barrel here. Got this chest. What do we got? Shield 189. That might just be worth running, even though it has bad other stats, just because of how damn tanky it is. I'll hold both to see my judgment on it until I use it in battle, but let me unequip my grenade here. A little grenade jump up here. Makes it a little bit quicker to the boss. Instead of running all the way down that end of the map and up and around, you can go up right here. And on the first kill, you can actually trap him in the doorway so he can't move, which is pretty useful. Go ahead and take him out. And no first run dropped. It looks like we had a couch gun of some kind. Let's see what type of couch gun that is. Could be useful. Nothing great there, and we got a ornery coach gun with what looks to be a matching grip from the reload speed. So yeah, that's really nice. Let's go ahead and throw that on, honestly. Double shotgun? No, we'll probably just run Widowmaker plus Coach Gun. This Coach Gun's gonna be really nice. Matching grip on that. Nice find. That's should be some badasses spawning out this door, which is why I'm aiming at it, but doesn't look like they want to challenge me right now. Oh yeah, that's nice. We got a matching grip stalker. Second guy doesn't want to challenge me yet, it seems. Here he is. TDU or SMG with a matching grip level 7. We'll take that for sure. That'll come in handy for Flint, probably. And the rest of this is pretty whatever. This rotator could hold some merit, perhaps. So I'll grab a hold of it, see what it can do. A bit later, perhaps. Let's get rid of the slapper. My sniper is going to be pretty much useless at this point, probably, compared to the other gear we have, but hold on to it because it's our only sniper. Don't need to buy any ammo yet, and none of these shields are upgrades, so run it back. Let's keep taking down the Midgemon. Get ourselves some more points.
Welcome to Dr. Zed's portable clinic. What can
I don't think we're beating the shield we have. In terms of capacity, what parts is it anyway? I didn't really look. It's what, Ancient, Pangolin, Bandit? Yeah, definitely on the tankier side, but it is beatable if we get like triple Pangolin or something like that. Green rarity helps too. Yeah, the shotgun's amazing. May do a little bit less damage than that Hulk per shot, but its reload speed easily makes up for it. Getting some shots off with Inconceivable right there. Inconceivable definitely leans towards the Hulk, because the Coach Gun will end up just being da-da-da-da, like just shooting a few times in a row. Typically not, though, because I won't realize that the Inconceivable's there, and then it just, like, doesn't shoot, and it doesn't reload, and then, yeah, I don't know. So, skip past these guys. Take off my grenade. I'm not sure why I re-equipped it. Okay, you stop following me. Alright, the boss will spawn a bit earlier this time. So, not gonna be as easy as a fight this time. Just kidding, that was the easiest fight ever. Yeah, the shotgun's just insane. Nothing great though, no drop. There's a run 2. Nothing in there, except in the chest. Yeah, looks like nothing crazy there either. Take this guy out for his XP. I'm not gonna wait for the second one though, let's just keep it going.
almost dead?
177's pretty solid. I opened the same vendor twice without realizing. I mean, yeah, it's probably worth losing the 12 for the better delay and stuff. That is a badass. Just equip my Hornet real quick. Speed this up a little bit at the cost of a bit of extra ammo. That thing's about to smoke me in the face. Let's equip my rotator. I want to see how this thing does. It's what, 32? As opposed to 47, but I'm not going to have to reload. Fire rate's pretty solid still on it though. Yeah, okay, this is probably going to be a better bet for taking down the boss. Didn't even aggro the enemies right away. That grenade jump. Nice. Just spamming that Jacob shotgun for my health being low. And another long rider. Got ourselves a level up to level 9. Let's get some more inconceivable going. And we'll check out the chest. A spitter. Let's grab the spitter. Yeah, that was a few more than 2 shots. Alright, let's have a look at that spitter there. Jacob's stock's kind of rough, but we'll throw that on. Rotator was doing okay. Slapper 53, 2.1, 45. Better reload for 2 less damage is probably going to be worth it. Get off my deck. What did he drop? No, it's just my pistol. He didn't drop it. Unless he picked it up or something. I don't think I can do that. Only rats do that. Grab that Torg as well. 53, 45. And maybe not. Actually, we'll leave that one behind. Hornet's going to go in the bank. That's why I'm still holding on to that. Otherwise, it would already be gone by now, probably. And still no Kerblaster, so run it back. Guy's usually pretty stingy for me, so I expect to be here for a little bit, probably. If it's taking exceptionally long, I'll probably just move on, but we got lucky with the Hornet. I'm going to guess it's something to do with us wearing the Hyperion Hornet skin, or I think that's what this skin's called, right? Whatever, it's the Hornet skin, anyway. Excited to see how this spitter does. It's got similar damage to the rotator, the same fire rate once it builds up. It's just going to have basically a 50% damage buff from the explosive aspects. The reload time on it's a little bit rough, but yeah, it seems to be doing pretty good, and the ammo seems to be pretty sustainable. Gunzerk anyway. Should be good enough to take out the boss a little bit quicker than last time. That's an inflammable shield for Flynn. We'll hold on to that. Probably not that big of a deal, but definitely could come in handy. Not me to shoot my gun there, but
Time for squishing!
you're going that way. No drop again, unfortunately. Go hit the chest and stuff. I don't know how much longer I'll keep the chests and stuff in the run. We're doing pretty good on loot outside of the legendary at this point. Yeah, I don't think we'll need any of this. None of this is really gonna get off me. Okay. 34, so that's level 4. 54, 46, 2.3 with 9. That should be an upgrade. 1 damage and 2 magazine at the cost of a tiny bit of reload. That one's got even better reload, but less damage and less magazine, so call it good with that. Just really looking for that Blaster at this point. Everything else we have should be good for the foreseeable future until we get to 3 horns. Wish we had some movement speed, access, or rocket jumping, or anything like that, but we won't have that for a little while. The quickest farming we'll be able to do is once we're already in ultimate mode and have rocket jumping Badabooms. So I'm gonna have to farm the shit out of the Badaboom at the end of normal mode. And item duplication, I'm assuming, is completely illegal in the hunt. Badaboom of decent quality and make 2 of them like I would in a normal playthrough for convenience. We're actually gonna have to farm 2 decent Badabooms for rocket jumping, or just get shit ones for rocket jumping and be good with it. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Definitely gonna be doing it though. We'll definitely improve our farming speed later on by a good deal. And especially with the story mode progress, will help us just fly through the later playthroughs. And still no drop. Not terrible, but not good enough. I don't have that skin yet. Interesting, I have like 90 to 95% of the skins in the game, so the fact that I don't have that's actually kind of funny. Nothing good really here. Take this guy out for his XP. And he's got a Jacob's rifle of decent stats. We'll try it out. Does less damage than the pistols, but 57 base damage is nothing to laugh at in early game. The reload on it's completely atrocious, but we'll get to that. So yeah, the performance first. Yeah, 4.2 seconds is rough. Wish it could have been matching grip. Thing would add like 14, 15 meg and like 3 point something reload. But not bad in terms of the damage it puts out. That reload is definitely rough though. Yeah, that reload is tough. I don't mind it, it's just, its reload is extremely rough. Let's try out that new revolver we picked up. This thing's reload should be quite nice. Fire accuracy wasn't quite what I was hoping for in there.
Follow this, pendejo!
Alright, see how it does versus you. Very nicely is what it does against you. Minus the last 10 HP apparently. Get out of the body so I can shoot you. Holy shit, we spammed the shotgun there. That's the exact same pistol I'm holding, except possibly without a sight. I need to look into that. Exact same grip and stuff, just no optics. I can't believe that. They're like literally identical in the barrel, the rarity, the grip, the level, and the prefix. You don't see that very often. Okay, it's a lot less annoying when I spam the sight when I don't have an op. Okay, really? You're in the stairs, buddy. We have that TDR SMG. So we need an SMG. I already checked that. Yeah, spamming this is a little bit less annoying to the camera than spamming this one. Casual Stalker, and spinny gun, no decent shields. Yeah, Midgemong, halting our progress so far. Usually a stingy farm for me though, so nothing that I'm not expecting going into it, honestly. Yeah, having two of the same pistol is going to be nice, though, just for when we guns are. In terms of consistency on the reload times and stuff like that. All body shots didn't do the most there, but I definitely noticed the headshots a bit more with the pistol than the rifle, because rifles have a headshot damage reduction, or like, it's not really a reduction as much as it doesn't have as much of a bonus. So technically a reduction from other guns is what I was getting at. Should have saved my gun circ for the boss. I don't know what I was thinking. This boss fight's gonna be rough. I want to swap over to this thing for consistent damage output. It's not doing as much as I would hope.
Free time already?
Okay, use one shot. Let's get our grenade over. Oh, man, you jumped. Okay. No drop. Again. We did get the level up though to level 10. Kinda figured we'd be here for this long. This boss is always... Yeah, matching grip dull stock on that, but it's just not level 7 like the other one. So unfortunately it's still gonna be worse. 2 Jacob's rifles we can dual wield now though, but probably not gonna find myself doing that. Let's get rid of that one. The other one's damage is just gonna be better, even though the reload on that one's worse. It did re-pick up, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Sorry about all the in and out of the inventory. I gotta go in one more time here to get from our skill point. Finish off our inconceivable. Nothing going on in there. And nothing crazy in here from what I can tell. Just hoping to get that drop here on one of these next runs, because this farm is annoying. Really not much going on with this farm except a lot of running. We don't really have a build that I can have fun playing or anything yet. I'm really just using a random Jacob's pistol. Or if I can use the Bullymong to get a boost here. If you get him to jump behind you while you're jumping, you can get him to knock you forward quite a bit. Done it a few times. Yeah, like that. Wasn't a great one, but it still did give us some boost. The same there. I didn't mean to do the second one, and he just happened to punch me again. Bullymong boosting. The new tech invented by Cartaginus 24. No, I'm kidding. I'm fairly certain someone must have done that at this point. And if not, then yay. I'm the first person to get boosted by Bullymong on purpose. And someone must have done that before, surely. You can't be the first person to try that. Bro, what is that SMG you have? That thing was melting me, bro. It sounds like a doll. Surely there's no... Oh my god, that chain of inconceivable is insane. We only had 3 shots to start on that mag. There it is, Curb Blaster. Hell yeah. Deal with all the surrounding enemies so we can actually get a good look at it. I don't know what these enemies have this run, but it is rough. I think it's this guy. Get the fuck off me, bro. No, it's straight up just this boss. You do way too much damage. Please stop. Not boss, but badass. Rigorous Curb Blaster, so not a great prefix. I believe that's stability. Okay. Yeah, we saw it drop. I'll have to like edit this clip if I clip it. Level 7 is nice. Dull grips, horrible. Jacob stock, horrible, but down button, thank you. Just gonna be... I'll keep the spitter. Let's get rid of the Jacob's... Or it's level 7. We'll keep the Jacob's rifle. Can I scroll downwards? Please, man. Shit is frustrating. Let's get rid of our sniper now. And let's get this Curb Blaster equipped with the coach gun. And let's get our Curb Blaster points claimed on the spreadsheet. So, asterisk, where's asterisk? There it is. Asterisk 2. My second drop, the Curb Blaster. Confirm. Back out so it saves and updates for anyone who wants to click the link, exclamation points in the chat, or check the description. I'll reiterate that we're also in support of the St. Jude Research Children's Hospital charity. So anyone who wants to help support that and donate, the link is also under exclamation charity in the chat or in the description. Oh yeah, nice. We're up to 12 points now. Just, again, anyone who wants to check the points themselves, exclamation points in the chat or in the description of the live. It'll take you to my personal copy of the spreadsheet, which should be up to date with when I update it, as long as I hit confirm and stuff. Alright, let's give this thing a try. It's level 7, which I'm happy about. I'm only get like level 4 or 5 version of this thing, so we get a leveled up version. Definitely gonna feel nice going through the Southern Shelf map. Bad parts, but the level is honestly the most important part. I believe you get 12 or 13% stat increase to damage per level. Something roughly like that anyway, so I do believe that makes more of a difference than simply the grip would. We got like damage prefix plus matching grip, because matching is Torg and Torg is damage. And I bet we have a bit better of a grip blaster, but the level does make a majority of the difference. I like how the damage is applying up there even though the explosions are down here, because their hitboxes are down here even when they're spawning. So those extra grenades are actually getting a lot of value on those fresh spawn enemies. So I can drop one of those right there and blow up all the barrels. That's actually going to hit the guy in the back, but take out the Psycho. Yeah, this thing's damage is definitely good enough for early game. It's on, yeah, 186, and it blows up with splash damage, so that'll be, or, no, does this gun actually get splash damage? I can't remember. Maybe the secondary blast does, but 186, yeah, so it doesn't get splash damage bonus, from what I can tell. I don't have any splash damage bonuses, though, so I couldn't tell you. But typically it's 50% splash damage bonus if the gun is splash. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. So I actually believe this gun wouldn't benefit from splash damage bonuses, which is kind of awkward. It might be the same for the other Rocketeer and torpedoes and stuff too. I don't think torpedoes benefit from splash. I'm not sure. I'll have to test that or like look it up.
Exemplary.
There's some items though that definitely just don't. Alright, on
on
to the story. We're all caught up on everything we can do in side missions right now for points, so
But that ends today. We're gonna take him out, steal my ship back, and sail to Sanctuary.
yeah, if we dual wield rifles, I'll probably be using the Jacobs rifle,
Here's what's gonna happen,
2 pistols to
Bolt
dual
Hunter.
wield, the Hornet,
My first mate, Boom
my
Boom,
Hulk
is
to
gonna
dual wield
kill
with
ya.
our coach gun,
Jack's gonna pay us.
and the SMG for
And
boss
I'm
killing,
gonna play
and flammable
hopscotch
for
in your
flint.
chest cavity.
Should be pretty much set up here.
He's one of the Ripper clan.
Sure, the stream is
As
still
in
live,
Flash Ripper. I don't
as
have to
it
tell you why
is.
they're called
I'm
that.
trusted. Hasn't lied to me yet.
How's your Freckles suck? How's your day been, buddy? We haven't really talked much since I left you for dead. Hey, you think you'll freeze to death out there? No, probably not. Bandits will get you first. My day? Been pretty good. Just bought a pony made of diamonds. Yeah, because I'm rich. So, you know, that's cool. Goodbye.
Alright, claptrap. There we go. Enemies are active. All the barrels and shit. Should be able to just wipe the camp out. Minus this guy. He's stubborn.
These are human beings.
Lives and families. And I'm totally kidding. Screw those guys. I did just realize I don't have my subtitles on. I usually play with subtitles, but I have them off at the moment. I believe that was something to do with my Mecha Reborn. I had the subtitles off, maybe.
Nah, that's even worse. I'll tell you what, I'll give you some more thought.
Whatever it is. I guess I'll leave them off for consistency. But if anyone does want the subtitles on, go ahead and leave a comment on that. in post or in the chat if you're in here. I don't think anyone's currently in here though. I haven't checked in a little bit. I'll check after that. I can ask these guys off. It's like I'm not taken out yet. These secondary grenades should be taking them out by now. Claptrap yapping before we loot. Didn't go according to plan.
I should probably clarify. The diamond horse I've been telling you about, it's not a sculpture or anything. It's a living horse that actually happens to be made of... Actually, I'll go get it. What's that?
Okay, nothing great. Level 5 anyway, so I shouldn't have expected anything great anyway. I do believe this chest in here should be 5 or 6 too. I'll check it after the fight. We can't do it right now, I don't believe. No.
Light the fuses,
Anyone who's made it this far must somewhat enjoy the content, so really appreciate if you dropped a like and a subscription if you would want to. If not, totally fine. So if you enjoy the video, live stream, take you out, nothing off you. Let's hope the other brother drops it on first try. Fairly? No, not that lucky unfortunately. Alright, we'll have to do the gates real quick, and then we'll get to farming these guys up.
Idea! Minion! Get on that cannon! Just blast this gate down! But don't do it until I'm up!
Alright, now that the gate's down, let's run it back. Try and get this bonus package. I can't remember what year it was. It would have been like 2020 probably. I don't believe there was a community hunt. It was 2020 or 2021, I think. And there was no community hunt on Borderlands 2. It might have been either on Borderlands 3 or it didn't happen. I can't remember. But I went ahead and took the previous year's spreadsheet, which didn't have any of the Commander List stuff included yet. And I actually updated the spreadsheet myself with like the new Commander List stuff and gave them their own point values and whatever, like during my like non-official hunt I was doing. So I've never participated in official before until this year, and it's just been like doing it for fun on my own time kind of thing. I still follow the rules and everything, but it was literally just like, you know, take screenshots or clips of the drops for personal reasons, and then other than that there was no real point to it other than just doing it, practicing for official when I eventually did it, which is now, I guess. I don't really have a route planned or any specific notes or anything like that. I'm just going improvising on the fly, just seeing how this goes. Maybe if we do pretty well or something, maybe next year I can focus on you know, planning my routes and how to get things done more efficiently and stuff like that. But for my first official hunt here, I'm just gonna take it nice and easy and go with the flow, farm what I feel like farming as I go and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to formulate some plans like off stream about what I need to finish in normal mode and stuff before leaving normal mode and stuff like that. I'll definitely have to do a bit of planning about. Where did Other Boom go, by the way? I don't remember even taking him out. He died over here, I guess. No drop. Run it back, I guess. Fresh. Still alive. Perfect. I'm happy that the live's been able to hold up all stream, because like I said at the beginning of the stream, the last couple of times I was trying to stream about a month and a half ago, whenever, maybe almost 2 months now, but it was just not going well for me. Half an hour and then it would cut out, 5 minutes and then it'd cut out, minute and a half and then it'd cut out. Like, I just couldn't get a stream to stay running for the life of me. My internet's been spotty for the last couple of months, just like in general, so it's been a bit rough. on that front. I would have liked to be streaming more while there's a bit of a lack of videos going up on the channel. But yeah, I've just got a lot of stuff on the back burner I'm working on, as well as self-improvement and all that good stuff that comes with being in your 20s, you know? Almost 22 now. Been playing this game since I was... what, 2014, so 11 years ago, dude. Holy shit. Would have been, what, a wee little 10, 11-year-old boy when I first started playing this game. That's insane to think about, dude. I'm like twice the age as when I started playing this game for the first time. Hey, look at that. Bonus package. Well, good to know that stuff about my age is gonna be showing up in the clip mostly. Go ahead and take out Boom, see if we can get that good old double drop. I've had it a few times, but yeah, never that lucky, unfortunately. Go ahead and check it out. What do we get for our bonus package? Looks to be lobs. It looks to have a fuse of some kind, and other than that I can't tell. Lob 0.6, level 5 with 9 child grenades. Go ahead and screenshot that bad boy. Pick it up. And throw it on. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bonus package. Let's go... Where is it? Asterisk and 3 to signify this is the third drop that I obtained. Check mark. Let's go back to make sure it's updated, up to date for you guys, and load back in. Alright, there we go. Bonus package down. Our third drop, bringing us up to a total of 18 points. Go ahead and get some use out of that bonus package as we mob through this next coming area, probably. Although, I'm probably going to try and do this skip. So I actually probably want my dud grenades for when I try and do that. So I probably won't actually use the bonus package coming up here, unless it's as I'm about to go down or something.
Right, guys? Shut up! Okay. So, Claptrap's got a new friend, huh? I gotta say, I missed
We're up
the
to
little
18 points so far. Not too bad. Not sure how long we've been streaming. What time is it now? 7:30 for me. I don't want to take out too many of those enemies so we don't get a bunch of spawns ahead of me here, ideally. Let's get our grenade taken off. Skip. Nice if Keaton would stop screaming in my ear. Try to take these guys out so I don't get interrupted. Her blaster is doing work. So yeah, just jump onto the roof here, jump onto the top piece. And you're aiming for that. There's a bit of like an invisible barrier right along the edge here, so just gotta try and make sure you get enough height to clear the invisible barrier. See there I bounced off of it. So I didn't go far enough forward. Come on, get me up there. Thank you. So yeah, if I do a sprint jump, I should get the momentum I need. There we go. And then you just gotta back away from the wall a little bit so that you can actually jump up here. And boom, the skip. Nice and easy. Throw our bonus package back on. Really gets me used a little bit now that we're done the skip. And just some basic crap in that chest. I just got that comment as I was in the middle of saying something, so I missed what it actually said. Just give me one moment and I'll view it. I'm assuming it was just a hey, it sounded like. Get these guys out. Easy. It's actually a bit of a thing you can run into. If you take out all of these guys too fast, you can kind of soft block Claptrap. So you took them out too fast. I've only done that like once or twice, And I'm not sure if that was an exclusive PS3 bug or not, but I'm pretty sure I had it on PS4 before. Either way, Hot Shot decided not to walk up, so we had to go back. Let me check out that comment.
Over here!
Yeah, it was just a hey, I did hear that, right? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Just starting out our Hunt 2025 today. Started a bit late because I was unaware of the start date even being today. I've been a bit out of the loop on that. So it took me a little bit of time today to set up the thumbnail and all my links and all that kind of stuff, but we're running now. Got 3 items. If you want to check out the items I have got, exclamation points in the chat. The link's already in the chat from me saying it earlier, and it's also in the description of the stream, as well as the links to donate towards a charity, and also the rules of the hunt.
What's a hunt?
The hunt is a community event held each year by the members of the Borderlands community in honor of the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, and we all raise money for the charity, as well as partaking in this event where we collect every legendary and unique and seraph and pearlescent item you can get from enemies in the game. Each item rewarding you points when you obtain it from a valid drop source. And the goal is to get all the items in the game, and the person who does that first is considered the winner, and I think they get some sort of, like, I'm not sure if it's a t-shirt or if it's some other reward or if it's just a title. I actually haven't looked into it because I'm not expecting to win or really trying to, so. But yeah, that's basically what it is. It's a community event to raise money for a good cause, as well as being a fun event for the community to take part in each year. So we just collect all the different loot in the game without abusing really any exploits or that kind of stuff.
Can I join?
Can you join? There is an official rule set to do with co-op that I actually haven't looked into. I also don't plan on doing co-op hunt, so I'm going to say no on that front, but maybe some other point, if you do want to end up playing some games, there could be a possibility of that. But currently for the hunt, I'm going to be saying no to any viewer join requests, as it's a very strict rule set on what I'm allowed to do and not do during the challenge. Alright, made our way to Flint. We'll be getting our tinderbox guaranteed here. If we can get a first run Thunderbolt Fists, that would be incredible for time save later on.
Can I just join the hunt?
To just join the hunt, yes, you can sign up and join. You can just play for fun if you'd like, but the official rule set states you must stream the entire process. So there's a link to the website in my description, as well as if you type !hunt in the chat, it'll bring up the link again to the official website for the hunt, and you can check out all the rules and conditions and all that kind of stuff on the official website. Bonus packages here. Looks like we're gonna go down again. There goes Flint. And it looks like we just got the tinderbox. No Thunderbolt Fist.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Tinderbox. No prefix bonus. Hyperion Grip. Level 5. Get a screenshot of that. And mark it off for 2 points, bringing us to a total of 20 points. Alright, asterisk and 4, indicating this is the 4th item that I have obtained. Alright, up to a total of 20 points. Nice. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, I'm not going to farm the Thunderbolt Fists right now, just because it's such a long run. I'll either farm it in a later playthrough once we have rocket jumping unlocked, or when we have Wham Bam done and we can farm Sparky Flint, which is a little bit shorter of a run. Some shotguns here, nothing great, not gonna worry about it too much.
There she is! Me mighty vessel!
Okay.
Lower her into
What do
the
we gotta
water,
do
ye
here in
salty dog!
3 horns? We'll have the Herald, the Fastball, and that's it for Divide,
And now,
right?
let us set sail!
And then we have the Infinity in the Valley, the different uniques in the Emperor from Southpaw, and then nothing we have to worry about in Bloodshot. We can get the Nukem and all that kind of stuff in the Dust. The different Incinerator Clayton questline legendaries in Frostburn.
Sanctuary's off limits.
Yeah, we should be able to get a decent amount of stuff done today. In early game, I'm gonna mainly focus on getting drops today as I progress, rather than speedrunning the story and then doing mostly the stuff in later playthroughs. Because I do believe there's gonna be quite a bit of stuff we need to do late in normal mode, like farming for our Bada-Booms and rocket regening low-gun guns and stuff like that. What else will we need in normal mode? The purple magic missile most likely is something I'm going to want to pick up in normal mode as well. We can't go back once we enter TVHM. So, I'm either going to do that in TVHM at level 50 or at level 30 in normal mode, 35, whatever. Tina DLC scales 2.
This machine will digitally construct.
So, it's going to be a bit annoying to have to go all the way through Tina DLC for that, but...
A man named Scooter controls these catch
New
ride
shield
machines.
upgrade here. Don't need that inflammable one. I never even needed it for the Flint fight. My down button would function, please. Thank you.
He's a savant when it comes
Okay,
to
so we'll hold on to that because we need it
He's locked the station to prevent
for the
bandits
bank.
from using it. But I'm reading
These
an
revolvers
inactive
aren't going to be...
Hyperion mod in the Bloodshot
I'll
camp.
keep them for now.
If you
Do we have
can
for
attach its
backpack 9?
interface
Yeah,
adapter
we'll be
to the
fine for
catch-a-ride,
now.
I can hack the machine
Keep
and
moving.
get you a car.
We'll hit this chest back here too. It should be level 11 gear in the... Nice, yeah. Camp's wiped out. Aid's here to grab from this crate as well. But I do have this TDR SMG, so I'm gonna say it's probably not. Also because Hyperion weapons are always a bit funky when you're, I'll grab that just because it's a sniper. Hyperion weapons are always pretty funky when you're gunzerking, because they kind of have like this, like the negative recoil feature, but it kind of like doesn't work properly in Gunzerk. Either it doesn't work in Gunzerk or it doesn't work with Steady as she goes. It's one of the two, I can't remember which. I think it's Steady as she goes is the main conflict. But I also think they just don't get as accurate in general in Gunzerk. I could be wrong on that last bit though. It's been a little bit of time since I've spent a lot of time playing this game. Just some stuff for YouTube and some solo stuff, like, I don't know, it's probably about a year ago now, a bit more than a year ago even. But yeah, I've got thousands of hours in this game, so only natural that my playtime slowly comes down as the years go on. But yeah, I'm really excited to be jumping back in for the hunt here. The hunt is an event I've been wanting to catch for a few years, but I've never really had the either the time or the setup to do so. So really happy to be here doing this.
Cool. Try requesting another car.
Alright, grab my personal favorite skin for this, which is the, no, not true turquoise, Blue Barber. That's right. That's the one. True turquoise is nothing special on the runner. It's the one with the Lilith on the hood on the Bandit Technical. Yeah, I've always just liked this Blue Barber skin. I originally played Ultimate Mode for the first time on my friend's PlayStation Vita, because I never had any of the DLC back on PS3 when I originally played. and I first got to experience up to level 61 on that PS Vita, but I remember using this Blue Barber skin for the first time on there, and it just looked unbelievably good to me for some reason. I've never been a fan of the color blue, but for some reason this specific car skin, tour guy by the way, has just looked really good to me. I also really like the Caustic Racer. Green's my favorite color, so that one's like very similar to Blue Barber and my favorite color. So I don't know why it's not my favorite, and Blue Barber is, considering I like green more, but I don't know. It's just the black and blue, the striped pattern, it just looks so good. I don't know. Definitely a situation where blue actually does look good is when combined with black, at least to me. I'm not a fan of blue in most aspects, but it does have its place. I'm not a complete blue hater like I used to be when I was younger.
Listen to what he says. He can help us defeat Jack.
Hello, friend. How's it going? And your eyes are really small. Wow, you're rude.
Got the power core from the Bloodshots! Blew the bridge! I'm hit!
Knuckle sandwich. Alright, let's head down to the Marrow Field here. Anyone who wants to see any more content from me, I have one episode currently out of my Mecca Reborn series. I put a couple weeks of editing into that video, so really appreciate it if anyone would check it out. I'm sure you'll have a laugh or two with some of the edits I put in there. Still working on episode 2 and stuff, but I've had a lot of other stuff going on in the background holding me up from finishing episode 2. A lot of it's just procrastination, but a lot of it's also just that I'm recording a few other series at the same time, so you can't really put quite as much effort into one specific thing. But yeah, I'm trying to work on that, as well as a lot of other stuff in my life, so. To jump off the edge. There's way too much audio going on right now, though. Yeah, you can even take that shortcut when you play Gage if you have Anarchy, because you don't get a ragdoll animation, so you don't lose Anarchy. If you go straight into the warp gate of death, you don't lose Anarchy stacks. I'm assuming that also works for, what's the 0 one? The Critical Ascension. I'm not as familiar with Critical Ascension, though. I've never liked that skill because of how poorly balanced it is in vanilla. In terms of, like, the time it takes for the stacks to go away, or the... like, what do you call it? Or, it's not a timer, it's based on the, like, you can't open your inventory or something. You can't open vending machines or your inventory or shit like that. That's what it was, yeah. That's why I never liked Critical Ascension. Takes too much to set up, and then it just, I don't know, it's good for like bossing on like Veracitus by using those stinger things and a little sniper to stack and stuff, but I've never found Critical Ascension to be fun to play with. Even when I played 0, I either stick to like melee or a general utility build. It's kind of a mix mash of builds, but 0 was my first character. I got him level 50, I believe his name was the Black Fack, and then my character got corrupted, and I lost it. That was back on PS3 days, before I had any DLC too. But I had a secondary Salvador character that I was level 37 or something, just from being in the split screen, from killing the warrior in normal mode. I farmed the warrior so much in normal mode, that a second character went from level 1 to 37 while in the lobby. Yeah. I farmed a lot for the conference call, but I didn't have the game updates at the time, so my drop rates were completely abysmal. They weren't modern drop rates 1 in 10, they were just whatever the drop rates were before, I think 1 in 30 maybe, or something, which was a lot rougher, and since it was a 1 in 30 per drop, and then...
Skipping some comments. URL. Hey. What's a hunt? Can I join?
I got some fuel
No, can I just join the
Why are the
hunt?
comments replaying?
Okay.
Hold on, let me just... Okay, for some reason my whole entire chat just like repeated itself. That was strange. Just gonna ignore that, I guess. Weird. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, or I might have to disable the text-to-speech. In which case I'll also have to run my stream so I can look at the chat. But
Black market. Careful though, Earl's crazy.
to not do that, considering my internet's already pretty
Yeah.
rough around the edges most of the time.
Like with a fork. Bandits of Sanctuary. Roland said we got.
Don't worry. Nobody's gonna turn you in. You're our only hope of stopping Jack.
Know your enemy. Get the new copy of this just in.
Oh, yeah. Earls, I always like blank on that because I play true and ultimate mode so much that I always run to the third one.
What you want? Just buy something.
Alright, let's grab some backpack for now. I probably should have grabbed some assault rifle, but quick tip for Earl here for a little funny glitch you can do is if you talk to him while you're jumping, you can get his door flap to open permanently, even when you're not interacting with him, which is funny. I do believe it closes when you walk back, like, over here. Maybe not. Nope, it just stays open. Nice. I know, like, countless just little glitches, out-of-bounds spots, tons of different shit to the game, so... I'm gonna have to not abuse some of the things, though, as the rules state.
Now, to see the fruits of your loins, this city's gonna...
Yeah, so it said out-of-bounds stuff is allowed this year, minus the Digi-Peak skips, so I may have a little bit of out-of-bounds stuff, but I'm not entirely certain on that rule. I know in the past it was something to do with, like, if you can get back in, it's fine or something, or I don't know. It's just, like, the only spot I really ever go out of bounds, just that I can think of right now, is, like, either for, like, a skip somewhere that I'm not even thinking of right now, or for the when you're farming loot midgets, to go underneath the floor to make sure none of your legendaries fall out of the map, kind of thing. This is, like, the most used out of bounds that I use. You know, so increase our gun search duration probably here. Maybe some weapon swap speed. Or insight could be good. Yeah, we'll just grab last longer for now. And we can finally throw on a third weapon here. So let's throw this root on. Have our shotgun in the left slot, but we'll actually replace it with this SMG. So now we'll be like this, and we can swap over to use this for second wins. That should be good.
Enhance Jack's army. I left info about my whereabouts in my
Okay.
This is the Firehawk. Put the flash
Go ahead and throw in our Hornets, our Tinderbox, and I'm also going to throw in the bonus package. Even though we are still currently using it, I'm going to be needing the space most likely, and we've got the contraband skyrocket, so shouldn't have to worry about it too much.
If Roland has been captured by the Firehawk, he's in danger.
Okay, let's get rid of the sniper, get rid of the cannon, get rid of the pistols. Let's keep my shotguns, my rifles, and my SMG for now. Okay, we got Frostburn on the table. We're level 11 for that, which I believe is the level you're supposed to be when you enter Frostburn. The mission's 11, not 10, right? No, it's 10. Damn it, I leveled up off the turn-in, so it didn't scale the mission to 11. Whatever.
Recorded message to any Crimson Raiders in the area.
It's not a big deal, it just means our Hellfire and stuff will be a level lower.
They're hiding out in 3
Crusty.
Find them, kill them, and see if you can...
Alright, let's go grab ourselves a Herald. That should just speed up our farming of everything else. I'm normally not a fan of using the Herald in normal mode, but again, we're playing the hunt, so speed is pretty important, as well as the Herald being an item we need to get for the hunt. So I don't know if we'll get one later, but I would like one now. This route's not bad. That rifle is hitting a lot harder, though. Yeah, so hold off for now. We're gonna need a herald anyway, so.
Hey y'all, welcome to new and improved Catch a
So
Ride.
tip for everyone, if you see red dots on your minimap in like this general area in between where I'm looking on your minimap, red dots means that Savage Lee has spawned back there. And just because he spawns back there doesn't mean he doesn't spawn over here. You can actually get him twice per run if you're lucky, so. Make our way in here and get the Herald. I'm assuming it's probably worth like 5 points instead of 6 just because it's the Herald. And the Herald is something like everyone's gonna get. No, it's still worth 6 points. Thunderball Fists and Fastball are before it on the list for some reason. I mean, Thunderball Fist makes sense, but the Herald's definitely obtainable before the Fastball, so I don't know why that's in that order exactly, but. Alright, no drop first kill. Let's go ahead and give it another couple tries. Not bad XP here either. I want to remind everybody that there's by typing exclamation charity in the chat or checking the description of the live, you can find a link to the charity that this event supports. I recommend supporting that if you are able to.
Gotta get somewhere in a hurry?
Try a skyrocket. See how that does. Really nicely. Blame on launch me into my own explosions there. I need a little bit dry on commentary here at the moment. This farm's not particularly exciting. I've just done it so much I'm kind of falling into that familiar headspace. Still haven't seen a bonus Lee, which is interesting. Basically, right when you spawn, you'll see red dots in that little black area on my minimap. Like right in this area or in like this area. One of the two.
Hey y'all, welcome to new and improved Catch a Ride.
Okay, can my D-pad go downwards? Please. Definitely have to take my controller apart and fix that D-pad after the stream. Especially in more intense combat and stuff later game, we're going to be needing that button for swapping to healing weapons and stuff, so right now I can get away with just it not working a lot of the time because it's not that important in its normal mode, but once we get a bit later on, I'm definitely going to have to do something about that. Straight took him out with the skyrocket that time. Still no drop from the looks of it. We can roll a decent one first try. I might farm a second one even, so we can just dual wield heralds and fucking roll anything in front of us, but we'll see. See how I feel with just one of them at first. Depending on what type of one we get. If we get a really bad one, I might keep farming. Just gotta remember which one was the first one we dropped, or the first one that was dropped to us for the official claiming clip of points. Here we go. First bonus Lee, as indicated by the red dots back here on your minimap. Go ahead and drop myself a skyrocket in there. It should take everyone out. See if we got a drop. Where did the Lee go down exactly? I don't see his body here. Go down right under this guy, maybe? Yeah, I don't know where Lee's body went. Did he, like, jump right as he died and, like, launch his body off somewhere or something? I couldn't tell you, honestly. I don't know where his body went, but I don't see a drop, so I'll keep her moving, I guess. That exploded right on the ground instead of bouncing. That was interesting. Still no drop, though. Okay. Doesn't look like we got a bonus lead this time. I'm always pretty unlucky with the bonus leads, I feel like. Whenever I've played with my friends and stuff, they get bonus leads like every couple of runs, if not like back-to-back runs for a few runs and shit. I'll farm for like, I mean, it took me a couple runs to get my first one, but sometimes I'll farm for like 20 runs and never see a bonus lead. It's just absurd. I don't know what the chances of them spawning are. I don't know if anyone's actually calculated the percentage of them spawning back there, or if there is like something in the code about it. Be interested to know something like that. If anyone knows the chance of Savage Lee's bonus spawn, then that'd be some information I'd be happy to receive in the comments. Alright, no drop again, it looks like. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have any background music or anything interesting like that going on in the stream. I'll still working on getting everything in my setup professionalized. That's not a word, I don't think. It might be, but I don't think it is. But yeah, I'm trying to get everything still running perfectly in my setup. So we're not quite there yet. Running on the old PS4 still, so. In due time, though, I believe I will be making my way to better software. Hardware, I guess, would be the right word. Software is the what you install on your hardware. At least that's what at least that's what it means to me, you know? I'm just saying random shit at this point. Can you drop the Herald, please, Mr. Lee? I would appreciate it. No. Asking nicely did not pay off this time for us. Hello, good sir. Drop me Herald's next run. Also spawn twice. Thank you. Checking less frequently now on my stream being up because I'm a little bit more confident that it is now. It still says it is. Beautiful. Any bonus spawn? Doesn't look like it, so Mr. Savagely definitely wasn't listening to me at the end of the last run. At least not on the second spawn. Maybe he'll drop the Herald, though. Just a quick tip for anyone doing the farm in the same method that I am. Try and eject yourself from the car right before the car hits the ground to skip the climb out animation. Something I picked up on a few years ago, that if your car is in the air, you insta-teleport out of it. So, for anyone who trolls their friends by driving them off the cliff, already knew that. Hit a jump, teleport out, your friend flies off the edge. Alright, get a level up here. Still haven't got the Herald, but I can grab another 3 seconds in Gunzerk per Gunzerk. Definitely happy to see that. I'd like if you would drop this so I can move on to our next items. Oh, yeah, there it is, right on the loading screen. Lovely. TD grip nonetheless too. That's not a very pretty one, that's for sure. What's this vending machine? This rifle's like pretty mid. It's got like level 8 and 9 shit. This Cornithian's okay, but Jacob's stock and bad grip. Definitely do better. I gotta remember to check that machine on following runs. A decent like green rarity Snyder or something could be decent. Or a Droog or any number of random things like that. Another Hulk or Coach Gun or Bushwhack or just whatever. We're getting pretty low here. Let's go ahead and start Gunzerking a bit preemptively. Get the ammo up. And he dropped a white rarity sniper rifle. Incredible. Probably gonna feel get another drink of water here after this run. Only takes me about 20 seconds to do so usually, so. Maybe 30. Pop our Gunzerk and get our assault rifle ammo regen in here, so I don't use the skyrocket yet again to try and preserve our ammo as it regens. Thankfully I was able to use my one bullet to yoink that kill before the Bullymong did. Okay, stop beating my ass. I'm trying to confirm that there's no Herald. And there, still only at that one bonus lead in our... Well, we must be on like run 10 by now, probably, right? Run 8 to 10 anyway, it should be. Something like that. I'm not keeping track, but my intuition wants to say somewhere around 10. Get very good damage there, but we did get the fire dot, which definitely helps. Wonder if after the stream I should go back and edit all the time cards and stuff to indicate certain farms and stuff like that for anyone watching after the fact. So they can skip through the boring parts and the grindy bits. Alternatively, I could download and edit these VODs into shorter form videos. I'll have to keep that in mind as a possibility. Something I've never tried really before, but something I would be interested in learning. Still no drop there. Skyrocket bounced right off of his face and hit myself. Thankfully giving me the second wind at the same time as downing me though. Dull grip, white rarity, GD pistol. I can't remember what the one with the dull barrel's called off top. I think the torque barrel's biggin. Okay, we got a decent spitter right here. I think I'm definitely going to grab a hold of that over my current rifle. Level 9 as well as Jacob's Grip Torque stock. Should be a fairly decent improvement there. Starting fire rate's going to be a little bit lower, and its accuracy might be a tiny bit lower, but should be outputting quite a bit more damage than the previous rifle. Damn, that was a rough jump. I wasn't able to get air off the bone either to teleport out. Oh well. Give this spitter a try. Let's see what raw damage it can do on its own. Pretty solid, honestly. Almost got my kill stolen by that bullymong, though. Savage Lee is being pretty stingy so far. It's only at that one or two bonus leaves anyway. I think it was just the one, right? I skyrocketed and then I couldn't find his body. Yeah, all these runs, this must be run 15 or so now probably. And only the one bonus lead. I swear my friends get him like back to back to back sometimes. Or they used to when they actually played this game. But oh, there it is. Unkempt Herald, thrusting Hyperion grip, hopefully on level at least. 9. Level 10. Above level. Perfect. That's like best case. Bad parts, but we take it. Screenshot it up. And throw that on. This Car Blaster is going to be the secondary now. The Spitter is going to be retired. And we'll be using this SMG for second wins still. Alright, nice. Let's update the spreadsheet. Of course, my controller would disconnect just from me like turning my body. Okay, Unkempt Herald is our 5th item we've obtained. So, throw in that, asterisk, and a 5. Alright, 5 items, 26 total points for the hunt 2025. Not the greatest Herald, but level 10. Feeling pretty good about that. Let's go take out our first enemy with it. And then we'll either grab another Herald, which might be worth it. I doubt it's worth it with our ammo consumption at this rate, though, and how much ammo we actually have. So I'm probably just gonna roll on over to Valley then. Let's go get the 4 Assassin Uniques as well as the Emperor. Definitely gonna be a bit over leveled for when we get to Frostburn, but shouldn't be any issue. Let's make our way in here. A bonus package would have gone nice for clearing those guys, but yeah, this is definitely a map where the bonus package might have been more handy than the Skyrocket, but we'll see. We can also farm our first class mod in here, I believe, if it's scaled right. Yeah, here we go. Team magazine size, let's just grab that. As well as the turtle shield, probably. Our HP can get regened off Gunzerk, though. But yeah, it is just way tankier. Let's grab the turtle shield. It's just too good to pass up. Scroll downwards, please. Thank you. Joystick's pretty frustrating. We don't have any iridium, right? 2? Maybe we can get some from these lockers. Lockers are usually a decent source of iridium if you open enough of them. But not this time. Maybe on a following run. Let's take out those guys down there. I'm gonna hold my Gunzerk until I need to heal here. Because there's gonna be quite a few enemies here. This Herald's unbelievably strong though. The melee damage is actually pretty handy for these psychos too. Rushing's typically one of the worst prefixes you can get, but giving a little bit of value to us. Alright, no points off Watt, unfortunately, not even the Commerce, but since we have to take him out every run, I 100% expect we'll get a Commerce by the time we drop an Emperor off one of the others, or have to farm one of the other guys' uniques. It'd be nice to get all 3 of them on the first run, and then we can just farm Watt and Oni for the Emperor, but probably gonna have to go through all the way through a couple times to get the dog and the Frimingtons. Alright, let's go ahead and pop our Gunzerk here, since we're getting pretty low on HP. Use our grenade to get out of fight for your life. I knew I was going down right there, so go ahead and throw a grenade preemptively. Alright, there goes Oni. Looks like we didn't get either of the drops off him either. So definitely gonna have to run back these 2 a bunch of times, most likely. But we'll see. Anyone who doesn't know, if you jump up here, and walk onto here, you can get a little red chest. Let's shoot our Car Blaster over here to take those guys out. Just a bunch of random grenades, not too interested in that. Turtle shields. Okay, so we didn't need to buy that other one, but Okay, that one's got bad recharge, but it's the tankiest with the least health deficit, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. It appears to be what, Vladov Anshin Doll, I think. Tiny bit rusty on the shield parts, but I'm pretty sure I still know all of them. Clear that opening group of enemies before we roll in. Class mod right there. The suicide guys' bodies are always kind of just like still on the ground even after they die, which is interesting. There we go, it's finally left. Yeah, sometimes you just get a few seconds where their hitbox is still on the ground. Guns are to get our health back, our grenades as well as the bombers should have taken themselves out. Here comes the boss. Supposed to take him out with a melee attack, but I doubt he lives a skyrocket. As I thought. We did appear to get the Fremington's Edge here, though.
Yeah, I found an old recording that might help you guys out with the
Jacob's
siren.
Grip, level 7,
I've been observing
non-elemental.
this siren, Lilith, since the opening of the vault. She appears to be using iridium to enhance her natural phase walking
Okay, Fremington's
abilities.
Edge is
This
worth
naturally
3
leads me
points,
to
and the
assume some
6th item we've
unspoken
received,
connection between
so
sirens,
asterisk
iridium, and the
6,
vault. I have
bringing us
determined
to a
two
total
additional
of 6
things.
items and
Firstly,
29
she finds it
points.
irritating when others pluck out strands of
Alright,
her hair under the
on
guise
to
of
the
leading
last
them to
assassin
scientific
here.
experimentation. And secondly, that they taste like olives.
There's our
With
final
them
grenade
fried
I was looking
pickles.
for. Those are relevant. Down button doesn't want to work. There we go, now it's working. Oh, I think that guy just got annihilated. Bro got turned into a crisp, launched off the edge, hit by the Herald. So much went wrong for him. Someone right above us here. Double slag barrel there. I'm going to try and hold off on those exploding so we can use it on the boss. This final boss is actually quite healthy usually, and he's got a skinnier hitbox. The Herald's a bit harder to hit him with. We do have another skill point into last longer, which is beautiful. But take these guys out. Just a second wave. Surprised this guy's not down yet. There's always quite a few on this last wave. That's why I hope we don't have to come back through to this part again. Hopefully we can just pick up the dog on the first try here. Get a little bit of luck on our side. How those barrels haven't taken this guy out yet. He's just standing here taking 0 damage from the corrosion. Like an absolute chad. Kapow. I didn't take you out. Surprising. Okay, see if we can get Roof over here to these barrels. Start out with one of these. And of course it blew up on the floor instead of bouncing. Alright, nice and easy. There he goes. And we are going to have to come back through for the dog, unfortunately.
Evidently don't know how to listen. I'll say it again.
Unfortunate.
Fake sirens. Only 6 sirens can exist in the universe at any given time, and I already know
Let's make sure the stream's still running.
You happen to find one of the
It is
remaining 3 just by drawing
beautiful.
blue tattoos
And that's
on
a
some
matching
random
grip
chick's
rifle
horse.
right there.
Well,
Level 9 too. That's nice. So we've got rifle and spitter in the collection here. These will both be pretty nice. Remington's Edge goes in the bank with the rest of the uniques and stuff. Do I take off the car blaster for that rifle is the real question. Probably not. I'll definitely try dual wielding the two, like the spitter and the rifle at some point here, but now let's run it back. I don't believe you have to turn this mission in to farm them, so let's just save and quit and run it back. So first run, all we got was the Flemington's Edge. Pretty unlucky, if I do say so, but we should have a guaranteed judge in commerce before long. It's just the dog that's going to be a pain in the ass, and the Emperor. But taking out multiple of them per run, the Emperor also shouldn't be that bad. Just mainly that there's so much mobbing in between the second and third and the third and fourth guys that make it inefficient to farm them. Okay, let's get a skyrocket on these guys when they spawn. Oh, do they not spawn without... Okay, maybe you do have to turn in the mission. I thought you couldn't farm them without turning in. I guess I was mistaken. It doesn't happen too often, but occasionally I'll forget something, I guess. I thought you could farm that one without turning it in. Which one am I thinking of then? Must have just fried my brain on the idea by farming the Kerblaster and how he could be farmed without turning in the mission, perhaps. Definitely just take this SMG here. Little fire SMG, not bad. Let's go ahead and throw that Remington's Edge into the bank while we're here. Free up the inventory slot. Level 10 thick injector. This would have been a nice find if we didn't have a Herald already at level 10. Be the worst dual wield item with the Herald, but ooh, look at that, it's Meridium. Almost get our next backpack upgrade in one more, but I'm probably gonna go grab a grenade or pistol upgrade. Okay, so there's Remington's Edge in here with the rest of our drops. We have obtained 6 drops though. What are the other 2? The 2 that I'm using, that's what it is, I see. Okay, anything we need to sell off? This coach gun's probably going to be outdated at this point. This Hulk is probably good enough to still do enough damage. I'll just hold them for now. We don't have any reason to get rid of them yet. We only have 6 inventory. We're good. Dual wield the TDR SMG with the Molly 1 SMG, perhaps. And if anyone is in chat right now and you want to give us a name, then we'll see if that's a possibility that I can plug in a viewer name, but that's it. Let's make sure this is updated. Okay, everything should be updated. Load back in. So yeah, exclamation points in the chat or check the description for the link to the Google spreadsheet. If you want to view how many points I am currently on, I'll also say it out loud. Right now I am at 29 points at the moment. Also, why the fuck are we in Three Horns Divide and not Southpaw Steam and Power? Like, what? Did I just, like, blank out and travel to the wrong place, or did the fast travel just not activate when I went there? I have a feeling it's going to be the second one. No, it's just there. I just blanked out and went to the wrong map. Nice. When you're yapping too much and you can't fucking focus on what you're doing, apparently. That's 6 more shields, 6 less health. Wow, interesting. Let me think about it. No. Alright, now let's try this again. Already cleared these enemies out, so it should be just a nice, easy Take out the badass and the boss. And there's the commerce. Okay. Sweet. What is this sniper? Nothing great. Okay, bandit grip commerce. Decent. Level 7. Not an item I'd be using anyway, so happy just to get the item. Doesn't really matter on the parts. Commerce is our 7th item. Beautiful. Asterisk 7. Confirm. And then we'll back out. Make sure it's updated and go back in. Alright, perfect. Up to a total now of 32 points. Going pretty well so far. Mainly just farming every item we can along the way so far. Focusing a little bit less on story progression. Damn, random purple drop off of a level 7 enemy? That shit doesn't happen. Not a terrible item, all things considered. Yeah, but if you just compare the commerce's stats to just like a purple SMG on level, keep in mind the commerce has a bandit grip, which is slightly plus damage, and the purple SMG has a TDR grip, which is minus damage. And still look how much better the purple SMG is than the commerce. It's just unreal. Am I going to use the SMG? Probably a possibility. It's not great, but it's not terrible. I'll hold it for now. I also forgot to grab our Iridium upgrade before leaving Sanctuary. This guy actually resists explosive damage, so let's get our skyrocket in there. And didn't get it. Okay, rough. Now we have to make our way all the way to the 4th boss to try and get our dog. This 3rd one doesn't have any unique item for us now. They only have the legendary that all of them drop. And they also drop a skin, so... We got level 9 shotgun, 33 times 9. Is that an improvement to the Hulk? Let me just like check. It's not more damage, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be better still. And 4 less pellets is still quite a bit. I don't know. We'll just keep them both for now. What do we have on backpack? 9. So we can dual wield Torgue shotguns. Probably won't be happening with the Herald in possession though. That's why I don't like using the Herald in my normal playthroughs. It's just like, why would you even use a different weapon when you have the Herald? Like, obviously I do just for fun because I'm so bored of the Herald most of the time, but it's just like, for something like this where the speed of getting things done actually matters, like, why wouldn't you use the Herald? I think it's just absolutely bonkers, especially in normal mode. Definitely in later playthroughs I'll still use the Herald, but normal mode I usually avoid it, because like, this is just devastation. Oh no, a badass nomad. What will I ever do? You know, like, it's a little bit unfair in normal mode. Of course, we get the skin off them and a second Fremingtons. Fortunately, I've already claimed the Fremingtons. We got a better one than last time, but unfortunately the bad one is the one that I am committed to keeping, as I have already screenshotted it, thrown it in the bank, and it was the first one we got, so... Typically how I'm going to do this is I'm going to save the first item I got rather than the best item I got. So I can take all of the first time drops for points and collect them all for the end of the series. There's too many items in the game for me to hold them all on the one character, but as the bank reaches full capacity, I'll slot all the items in my bank that are never going to be used again over to another character to free up bank space, so that I can keep a collection of all of our hunt items that we collected. That's what we need in Borderlands 2 Remastered. It's just the Borderlands 3 bank where you just have hundreds of slots to put items. Like, one of the best things about Borderlands is the collecting rare loot aspect, and just not having enough space to store the items you use on top of random rare loot that's actually not, like, viable for killing is kind of sad. I wish we could just store all of our cool random finds, like cobras and twisters and all that jank shit that we'll never actually use in a fight. I mean, twister's a decent weapon, but no one's really ever using the cobra. Unfortunately, we didn't get the dog. We're gonna have to run all the way through again. Unfortunate. Definitely gotta grab that drink here between runs, though. So let's grab this chest and drop our save quits. It's not a bad SMG, all things considered. 24 and 10. Can I scroll downwards, please? That's just, yeah, our SMG is just gonna be better than that. Dual wielding fire SMGs is a thing, though, but yeah, it's fine. Save and quit. Okay, I'm gonna take a slight drink break here. I'm gonna get us loading into the next run and then run for my drink. Chat, I am back. And there goes my controller disconnecting as I pick it up again. Let's get back to the top of this. My controller scrolled on my touchpad on the laptop. Okay, still alive. Good. So it should be. And down button still refusing to work half the time. So that in the bank. This thing is probably not gonna get used, but whatever. Just gonna sell off the old shotguns. Keep these two rifles. Get rid of the skin. Okay. Class mods in here. They're worth anything. Alright. Check for some more random iridium here. The glitch I'm hoping to show off that is a non-gameplay impacting glitch, but sometimes you get one of these lockers and you'll see that the thing is still green even though they're open, and you can open the opened locker, which is interesting. Literally, it's just a normal locker. There's nothing special about it, but it's just a little visual bug you can run into, where the locker appears to already be open even though it's an unopened locker. How am I missing this barrel point blank? Can you please die? no XP points there, which was strange. I should have got XP for one of those two, I would think. Got XP for that. Why did I take out the boss and a badass without getting any XP? That was weird. I don't know if that was just like a visual bug where I did get the XP, if someone else killed them. It was like, what happened there? That was weird. Wow, is that a matching grip Calipine? That's not bad. Can gun Zerk with that to get extra critical hit damage. It's a Jacob sniper. Can try that right now, but I don't think it's gonna be worth it with this setup. Maybe if we get the Infinity Pistol or something along those lines where we have more reliable critical hit damage that we'll be focusing on, and dual wielding with the thing might be good, sniper, but still no judge off Oni. After we've got 3 kills on him now. Still looking for the dog, the judge, and the emperor. Fire sniper, crazy. Grenade jumping off enemy grenades. Let's go. I wonder if that's something you could ever do with the old Hunt rules. I don't know if grenade jumping was banned in old rules or not, but if it was, then could you get banned for using an enemy's grenade to grenade jump from the challenge? I wonder. Maybe I'll look into that for a fun tidbit later. We'll see. I know grenade jumping's legal in this year, so it shouldn't be a problem regardless, but no, I'm good. Grounded turtle shield. It means it's got only 1 capacitor. It's got not great other parts though. All in all, it's like, it's whatever. Not worth it. 1 second. Oh. Is it a stretch there? Sorry. 1 second. Any flag barrels around? I'm not seeing any right away here. Hello, Mr. Float in the Air cheater. Able to two-shot those burning psychos thanks to the thrusting prefix. Melee. Kind of skyrocket. I don't feel like running up there. With that guy, I don't feel like walking back that direction. Of course, another one spawns up there. What's that? I thought it might have been a white class mod or something. Okay, here we go. Slag barrel right here. Wonderful. We have no grenades this time, so we're actually going to have to rely on it a little bit more than last time. As we mainly relied on the skyrocket to do our work for us. Okay, Okay, Mr. Roof, make your way this way, please. Thank you. Now you're slagged. Now you're dead. Still no dog drop. Wow, dude. Unfortunate. You have to run the whole shit again. I just want that dog to drop, then we can just farm the first two for the Emperor and the Judge. Never lucky, I guess. Yeah, we've had some decent luck so far. We got the Hornet in the second try. The Curlaster didn't take too long to get. We got the bonus package on, what, the second run too, I think, right? So, all things considered, we're doing pretty good on terms of luck so far. Another Iridium, wonderful. Another Iridium, beautiful. 9. Grab a hold of that second backpack SDU, or we can grab like pistol and shotgun, or pistol and grenade or something. Pistol's definitely going to be in the forefront though, with this Herald probably carrying us for the next 10 levels probably. The Herald in normal mode, just the perfect combination. Okay, there goes Watt, and it hit the badass with the grenade this time. Launched his loot into the air. Fire burst grenade, low-key might be worth picking up, but we'll probably see a better one. This guy kind of died in the wall, so there's a chance he just dropped an Emperor back there, but we didn't ever see it. Probably should wait a second longer for him to walk out the door next time, but I didn't expect him to just stand inside the wall like a fucking twist. Okay, this guy's a bit more HP than I'm giving credit for, apparently. Okay, I'm gonna die again. And still no Judge drop. I hate to see it, bro. Come on. Level 14, these assassins are not being too kind to us on the RNG. I'm gonna really try and like speed up our farming here. I want to get this farm over with. Ideally, I'd like to make it to Loot Midgets today before I sign off. Definitely not going to be continuing all the way through normal mode this stream, but maybe we'll have a second stream later tonight, or something. Most likely not, though. Most likely just going to make this a fairly long stream and continue tomorrow. I'll have to see, though. I don't have any concrete plans for later, so it's up in the air still. Alright, this guy will drop his shit every time, but not the other ones. Alright, level 14. Get our last lunger up to 4. Solid. Class mods, cooldown rate, health and reload. I'm just gonna leave them there for now. We'll just stick with our magazine size. Shouldn't need any of those gray class mods. We'll find a decent green or blue one a bit later on here. Already level 14, so I'm tempted to run off to Snowman DLC, but it's really just a gear up more than anything, and I doubt we'll find legendaries there in normal mode, because the awesome level, I think awesome level is a thing in this game still, right? I know that's a thing in Borderlands 1, but I can't even be certain about it, but the possibility that it's in this game too. I want to say it probably is, considering the loot gets better with each playthrough, typically. In terms of like the world drop rate, I believe. I could be wrong, but I don't know. could just be related to the item rarities, which would, yeah, be the awesome level, so I have a hard time thinking why there wouldn't be the awesome level system, other than the base percentage loot pool system. But for just like generalized areas and stuff, it should still run off that. I don't know. I'll have to do my research and stuff like that. Stuff that I've never really like looked into too much. Still no dog drop, man. This guy's being real stingy, and his body doesn't even exist. Like, so I can't even. Oh, never mind. That's a psycho. And his body disappeared because it got lit on fire. Unfortunately, I was gonna fucking look at his face and be like, "Drop me the gun, guy." A little skid or something, but I guess not. Okay. Nothing. That's actually. Oh. I guess that could be the end goal of my hunt. If we get every other item, like the Cobra and Twister and like all those rare items, and we actually manage to like complete the hunt in time, I think I want to go for the item that's not on the hunt, the 4th world drop item that's not the Bouncing Bonnie, the Fire Bee, or the Nasty Surprise is a drop off Vermi, but Nasty Surprise shouldn't be a world drop only item, is it? I know it drops off Vermi, so that shouldn't. I don't know. But yeah, the Deadly Bloom Shield. I know I've seen it once before, or twice before in my life on this game. I've definitely seen it multiple times in pre-sequel through the grinder, but yeah, the Deadly Bloom. I would be actually very interested in finding that for the hunt. I don't think it's normally an item anyone really goes for. I also don't really know if there's any footage on YouTube of people getting the Deadly Bloom. I haven't looked into that either, but maybe as a side mission in my off time, I might start farming for a Deadly Bloom for a YouTube video if there's not really any content of that out there. Yeah, that item's... There's no guaranteed way to get it, and it drops as a blue rarity item, I believe. Or a purple rarity item, one of the two, as in a Torg with Spike Shield. I have a 4 trunk, I'm pretty happy to see that. Saw blue, we should have the Judge on our hands this run, finally. Yeah, there we go. The Judge as well as a 4 trunk. 2 for prefix, and I can't tell the grip because it's on the ground. Let me screenshot it. My phone screen's turned itself off by this point. Interesting. Okay, where is it? Judge. This is item 8. So, asterisk 8. Confirm. Alright, up to 35 points. 8 items. Go ahead and throw that into the collection. Torg grip, that's what I thought it was. Just by that little bit I could see. Rolling. Too interested in these guys. I don't really get an XP off them anymore. I just need this dog from the last guy back here. That blew up way earlier than it should have. How many bombers? Holy crap. I'll blanket everything with a Card Blaster real quick. Literally, like, these doors are the perfect area for the Herald to shine. Just that spread pattern, hit everyone as they spawn. Holy shit, I've got this gun every time. Matching grip, level 10, fire. This is like, literally, like, outside of prefix, this is like a beautiful Forminion's Edge. That's just sad, honestly. What's our inventory? 11? Yeah, we got space. I'll keep that, because it's going to be good for damage, but I'm never aiming down the sights with it, that's for sure. I'm happy to be a gunzerker for that reason. 114, I mean, 119. We just got that Fremington's. What's it at? 114, yeah. And it's fire element, so should be superior. The Jacobs will have better headshot damage, but don't we have a Jacobs in a backpack right now? 123. Yeah, this thing's nice compared to these other snipers. Kinda makes me want to just drop that Remington's back down because we already have our one in the bank, but I'll keep it just because it's fire damage. It could come up. I doubt it will, but I'm being hopeful for it because I would like to be able to use it at some point. Maybe. As I hit fire weapon anyway. 11.4 zooms, pretty rough. These up there. I am on fire. This is not good. Corrosive, explosive, explosive. Pushing over a skyrocket here. And he still didn't drop shit, bro. Can you drop the fucking dog, please? Oh, why is this what I'm having issues with? The dog, bro. The dog. I've gotten all three of the other ones. Why does it have to be the guy at the very end that hasn't dropped his? I've killed them all the same amount of times. I'd like to just be farming the first two for the Emperor now, but unfortunately I have to keep farming all four of them until we get the dog.
If you got the money, I'll save your gold-earned life. Come back anytime.
Okay, any more iridium for the boys? That's the one thing of being here, so at least I'm getting a bit of iridium from these lockers. But alternatively, we just go to... I guess that's a good reason why we could go to Snowflake DLC. We'll pick up some decent iridium from the train and the boss. But, I mean, other than that, there's not a whole lot over there besides just getting some decent level 15 gear. Which, I mean, would be nice, but I mean, I don't think it's guaranteed to scale for 15. You might be able to scale it a tiny bit higher. Also, I don't think Watt even walked outside the door again. I don't know how he got hit by that skyrocket. Yeah, I mean, if he dropped anything, I can't see it. So. One thing I need up is the Emperor, so it's unlikely that I did get it anyway, but if I did, that's rough. Alright, I've got no grenades, hopefully there's one right here. There is. Beautiful. All these guys to get off my dick for a second. That grenade launched me off the edge, you piece of shit. Wait, why is this here? I don't think I've ever found that before. Is there some way out of here I don't know about, or is that literally just here in case you fall down here? That's comedy. Can't believe they put that here. There's no way out of here, is there? Surely. Nope, nope, oh, there we go. If I had some Badabooms and a high-level Sham, then maybe, but not without any gear. I'm not going to get out of that hole, I don't think. It's funny they put that box down there. I've never opened that money box there before. 11 plus years, and I'm still learning shit about this game, bro. Every day. Every time I play this game, I'll still learn some random shit. What is this? There's an explosive barrel and some lootable shit down there. Where is that? Oh, I didn't mean to fall down here again. Oh my god. Oh, I'm fucking terrible, bro. Holy shit. Hilarious. Continue yeeting myself off the map, I guess. Trying to figure out secrets about Southpaw's demon power. Yeah, I've never really looked under this right here. Is there like a way you can slip down there? There's an invisible barrier over most of this, it seems. So you can't slip behind it. That has to just be based on its positioning, you down the stairs, and that's just the area we go to down the stairs over here, I'm guessing. Looks like this guy didn't drop anything. Matching grip rake hell, however, it's only 67 damage, or I'd pick it up. What's the burn damage on it? Yeah, it's not too insane. I'll hold off for now. We have a decent Jacob sniper, will be our best sniper for now. Yeah, this has to be it. If I look up through, I can't see up, which is interesting. Where's that explosive barrel I was looking at? Maybe it's around the corner. Probably around the corner. There's Jacob's rifle. Over here. Look up here. I still don't see it. Weird. Maybe it's this room then. Oh yeah, here it is. There's the explosive barrel right there. Which means, yeah, this is it right here. So this is the area you can't get behind then, which is right here. Interesting. Because you could definitely slip back here if that invisible barrier wasn't there then. I wonder if you can get up behind the barrier by rocket jumping up here. I'll have to try that at some point in time. I swear, if I get the Fremingham Edge for like the 5th or 6th time in a row, whatever it is. Okay, finally didn't drop it. Is this a sign that I could get the dog this one? Possibly. First time the Fremingham hasn't dropped, which is crazy considering this one hasn't dropped at all yet. And I've only gotten the Commerce once, I've only got the Judge once. Usually I figure I get the Commerce and Judge most runs, which is interesting. I haven't really pulled many of them yet. Or pull like I'm playing fucking UV or something. Bad pulls, bad pulls. That was a good skyrocket, but he didn't jump down on top of me as I threw him. Actually, he didn't like interrupt the flight trajectory of the skyrocket as he jumped down and like, launched it back in my face or some shit. Fucking marauders and they're backpedaling. Annoying movement patterns by the rabid enemies. Okay, come on, drop the dog, my friend. Damn, bro, come on. How many fucking times do I have to kill you? It's unreal. I don't think I've ever had to kill the guy this many times for a dog, ever. And I do this shit like every playthrough of Borderlands, farm the assassins. Unlucky. Guess we used up most of our luck earlier with the second run drops and shit.
Let me know if anything catches your eye.
Good towards crap. Alright. There we go. More iridium. Boom. More iridium. To 17 because of that 4 chunk and whatever else we found. Very nice. I'm gonna take out Assassin Watt with my Herald this run. So I keep taking him out inside that door. I can't tell if he's dropping an Emperor or anything back there. Okay, here he is. Please exit the door, my friend. I'll use the skyrocket now because he's actually way out here finally. And still didn't drop shit. Of course. I feel like that one Herald shot was supposed to be here and it went over there. But... Okay, I tried to throw a grenade, but it didn't even throw before I died. I don't know what fucking gun this guy has, but it's ripping me apart. I mean, this gives me 19% gun damage, which I mean... Yeah, we're gonna throw this on over the reload, or the magazine size for now. So a bit of HP regen, gun damage, and sacrifice a bit of shield. Our gun damage is quite strong, so 19% should provide a fairly okay general boost for our damage. Okay, skyrocket actually went down before I went down there, thankfully. We got anything? Doesn't look like it. The body's disintegrated. I think he just really dropped 0 items. Let's make sure the stream is still running. I haven't done that in a little bit. Yeah, looks like we're good. If my stream does cut out, I'll probably just call it at the point of it cutting out. But how it's been going so far, I hope it stays good, but it seems to be kind of like if my internet works good for a few hours, it's almost like it's guaranteed to die afterwards kind of thing, so... There's a possibility I just cut out randomly still, but I'm really hoping that we don't. So this guy would get out of the fucking corner and start hiding like a rat. Another Remington's Edge. Who would have seen this coming? It drops like every run, but I can't get a single dog, or a judge, or a commerce. Still no Emperor drops, so we're not just farming for the dog. That would be frustrating. Guy doing, bro? Did we die? Holy fuck. Dodged 18 million bullets. Fucking grenade, I can't die. Drop the fucking dog. Is it not a 1 in 3 drop chance on like run 8? I'm like, hello? Drop the fucking thing? Pretty sure the Blues drop chances are 1 in 3, 33%. The fact that we've killed them 8 times and haven't got it, or 7 times, or whatever, like, kind of unreal.
Swallow this, pendejo! Critical, bitch!
Come on. Drop the Emperor, Mr. Watt.
Ballbuster for ya!
No, just like commerce. Guess we finally got another one. Molly one gripped, all stock. Level 9. Just leave it there. I've already got the one for my drop in my backpack, so.
Everything must die! Another story! Bury me upside down!
What the hell is that? Random Torg grip purple rifle? Bruh. What are we at for backpack? 12? I feel like it's unlikely that I use this thing at this point, or that thing, but this pounder is also going to be coming off the list. Yeah, okay. Grab that rifle, I guess. I was like, how is he still alive? He isn't. He's just so low level, I don't get any XP from him anymore. Which is mildly frustrating. Yeah, we're almost level 15. 14 and a half. We still haven't got the damn dog from the fucking roof. Bit absurd. I haven't been opening this chest, have I? That's the reason I wasn't. We could definitely get like a decent old class mod or something out of it at low rarity still. Probably worth trying to open it. It's not gonna be any good there, no. How did that not hit you? I just hate how many enemies you have to take out in this room in particular. I wish I could just not have to farm this boss. But he's being stingy as hell with a 1 in 3. Of course. Just my luck. Get a legendary on the second try multiple times. Can't get a 1 in 3 drop in 10 runs. My luck. Do a slag back. How did that hit? I was standing so far from those barrels. No clue how my melee cleared that much range, but holy shit, drop it, please, man. Oh my god, come on. It's like 9 or 10 runs, or 8 runs, or some shit. How have I not got the 1 in 3 drop yet? I've gotten every other one except the one at the very end of the map. That's so annoying. Literally any other one and I'd be okay with it. It has to be the furthest one that I can't get. Of course.
Who needs a medical license when you got style?
Just typical. No iridium this run. I'm bummed.